Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sorceress Nonsense. I am Britt, the Surly Sorceress, and today in the realm of nonsense, we are going to jump back into Grimshire for episode 2. Episode 1, we sort of ran a little circuit of the map. I don't think we quite got everywhere, but I sort of just started running into buildings and greeting people to start knocking things off of that first quest. And we left off sort of scrambling to try and get all of our stuff together before bedtime. I'm going to jump in and meet you back at our little shack. Cool, here we go. Okay, I got our inventory half sorted and dumped a few things off in that chest. We're going to go ahead and jump into bed and finish out day 1. We didn't quite complete the first day in episode 1. I had some other stuff I needed to go take care of and was limited on recording time, so it sort of timed out perfectly. We're going to see now how much like Stardew this really is, because you get the update. Love this. Today's forecast is storm. We're not going to have to water anything. We have a new resident moving into the old abandoned farm. Yes, I am here. We have more than enough food stocked. Okay, so the root cellar situation. This is going to be important for us to pay attention to going forward. Like right now, it's like, oh look, one day. Yeah, we're going to have to pay attention to this. And then the root cellar report. Distributions. We contributed nothing. Didn't quite make it around there. Oh. Morning. Oh, he looks sad. The goat woman passed away last night. Oh, that's why. Sad. Hazel and Rose did their best to save her, but she succumbed to her injuries. He said she was pretty badly injured, so... Priest Edgar is holding a funeral for her on the mountaintop. Mayor Theo will also be speaking afterward. I'll show you the way. Follow me. Here we go. He said she was covered in like bite marks and scratches. She was attacked by an animal. Ah, yes. This is what we saw in our run-through. Greetings. I'm aware that you did not personally know her, but you still have my condolences. To lose your home suddenly, and to lose your last connection as well. It must be difficult. If you ever need someone to listen to your worries, feel free to visit me. Well, that's very nice. Percy, thank you for escorting the lady. Everyone please gather around. It's time. Today is a sad day. We are gathered here to send off the essence of a stranger, someone whose name we do not even know. That is sad. Dying without your name. Whose arrival to our village brought troubling news. But let us not dwell upon that right now, and instead focus our thoughts on this individual. Although we do not know her, we know of daughters, sisters, mothers, and friends. Focus your thoughts on the individuals in your life that bring you joy and comfort. Aww. Dude, episode 2, you're gonna have tears in my eyes? Now take those emotions and express them to her. Let her feel the love in your soul. Let her go forth with the comfort of a village. Aww. May we all pass surrounded by those who love and care for us as she does now. Let her soul pass into nature, and her ashes nourish the earth for the benefit of the living. So that the world will be just a little better. Wow. Day 2, there's a funeral. Like I said, like, all of these cute animals and you're foraging and it's like Stardew and then boom! Somebody's dead. Now, Mayor Theo would like to speak. Aw, Trash Panda! Thank you, Edgar. That was a lovely service. I'm sure the whole village has heard the harrowing news, but let me clarify the situation. According to our friend Finn, several days ago the capital was engulfed in flames and violence. Unfortunately, Finn didn't have time to investigate as the docks were burned down shortly after he rescued 2 people. We do not know the extent of the damage, but it is troubling news. Finn left our port the same night he arrived in hopes of discovering more information. We will know more when he returns. In the meantime, let's be there for each other and think of ways to protect and strengthen the village. That is all. Righto. Alright. As soon as we jumped out of bed today, there's a funeral. It's 6:15 in the morning still. Oh, my Lanta. Well, that's sad. Okay, we have a few things in our pockets. That's sad. Right back to business. We got a few things in our pockets that I would like to do something with here. Go this way. Okay, we got a couple of things yesterday that I want to drop in here, like these fish. I'm going to put one of those in there. We'll put the rest of the food items in here. We're going to find enough foraging and grow enough in our garden. Hopefully, don't jinx yourself, dummy. That we can get more food as needed. Right, but we're now going to take our goodies here. Wait, do we have money? 200. Let's go see if we can get some seeds. It is still spring. I met everybody that's in here. It is still spring. 5 days, 6 days. Let's get as many of these as we can. Hopefully all of them. Yes. We'll get a couple of these too. We're oh, silly. I didn't even look at how much it costs. We're gonna need those. We won't get them right now, obviously, because I am broke now. We'll have to come back here for some cooking ingredients eventually. Alright, so let's see. They pulled us from bed. So we've got a couple of things that are harvestable. I am going to... I don't know how I want to set this up. I know that I can go through and change things as needed, but I'd rather not have to if I can help it. What was my... I had like a vague plan. Bear. Haha. Bear with me for a second, friends. Okay, I think I have a vague plan of what I'm gonna do eventually, so... what was I doing? Yes, we have a drying rack. So firstly, I want to set this up. For the time being, let's set it up somewhere where we can see it easily and access it easily. Yes, thank you. We put things on the drying rack to dry them. Now, it's not going to work, right, while it's raining, but we can go ahead and load this up. And then when it stops raining, it will start to process. And also, we need to clear these dead plants out of here, which I think we can do with the pickaxe. Yeah, that works. So we will clear the dead ones. I like to keep my... I'm not concerned about keeping things separated as far as what is planted where for the time being. We're just going to kind of utilize the space that's been given to us. And I will concern myself with organizing the garden later. For the time being, we're just going to try to grow as much as possible. Unlike Stardew, the amount of produce that we do produce is not something that we're going to be able to sell in the shops. We're gonna need it. So I will meet you back here in a minute after I have cleared this stuff and gotten all of our seeds in the ground. I have gotten all of our seeds planted. I used the compost over here on the garden section that has like the cabbages in it. I don't know. It was 5 and 5. It aligned. It was nice. I don't care. So we have a couple of windows that we can put in our house, and then I think we should spend the rest of the afternoon time that we have left in this day. We'll just stick them here for now. The rest of the afternoon time that we have left to sort of run about and see if we can collect some more of the welcome items from some of the characters. Quite a few of them actually have yes, favor. Guy will help me tame animals. Flamboyant fox will fix my hair. Keep me from being frumpy. Thank you. Yeah, let's go runabout. Let's see. I know that one of these characters has like the cooking station thing that we need for cooking. Duh, cooking station for cooking. Is it you, madam? Cute little mouse lady. Hello, dear. Nice to meet you. I'm Prudence. I like it. Stop by my home for fresh baked goods whenever you're hungry. I also sell flower arrangements. Ooh, I like a lady with hobbies. I heard about what happened in the capital. We all decided to pitch in to help you recover and get back on your feet. Here, take this cooking station. Yes! Knew it. Use it to whip up delicious meals. I thought it would be the baker lady. Yep, she's got pepperwort seeds. Some cute flower pots. Some vegetarian food. Okay. So that's her. Let's actually utilize that cool map in just a minute. I know I haven't gone in here yet. Have we officially met Percy? Let's see. Villagers. We have, but we haven't officially met Rose. Who's one of the healers. Okay. That's that otter guy that saved us. That's Finn. Oh, it says current location. Ooh! Oh, you can see that from this screen? It tells you exactly where they are. Nice! Says he's sailing. Alright, so... Hunter Shack, Herbalist. Nice! Alright, let's meet Rose. Hi, I'm Rose. I work with Hazel as her assistant. Nice. Oh god, you're so cute. Are you feeling better? Stop by Hazel's house if you're ever feeling unwell. We'll fix you up. Here, I got you something useful for growing plants. It's a compost bin. Nice. It produces compost that will help your crops grow faster and possibly even produce a bumper crop. Fantastic. Take this too. It's a blueprint for how to craft a compost bin. Perfect. Then I can have multiple. Anybody in here? No? I don't want to go back in that room I was in before. What if it's haunted? Nothing to forage behind their shop. Let's go this way. Well, it was at this point during editing that I realized I never turned my microphone back on when I came back from a break in recording. I stopped to take a call and came back and made sure everything was good, except for my mic. I'm sure it happens to everyone at some point, but here we are. Rather than scrapping the entire project, I'm choosing to just work with what I have and still try to post the episode on the day that I intended anyway. I know that the rest of this episode, I was mostly running around just trying to complete that meet and greet quest that we got in episode 1. I think we're, going inside. Hey, farmer, are you looking for an excuse to try out that axe? I've got a job for you. So this is going to be one of those little secondary quests. Yes, please. Bring me 20 medium wood. Maple, cherry, plum, and apple trees. That's medium wood. Use the axe. Blah, blah, blah. If you want to sharpen it, talk to Gruff about forging a sharper axe. Bet. And then we scooched right back out of there. I think I may have intended to go in there for that quest. Because we get something from him when we complete it that we're definitely gonna need going further into the game. And now we're gonna make our way over to the little hut in the marsh. Hey there, friend. My name is Tano. Tano? I don't know. I live in the marsh with my brother Kai. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I hope I'm not butchering it, friend. I want to give you this. It should be useful for clearing out weeds and old plants. Ooh, why thank you. Rusted scythe. It's also really efficient at harvesting hay. It was nice to meet you. You should come over and hang out with me sometime. Ooh, are you flirting with me? Hello. And then the other one, Kai. Who are you? What do you want? Ooh. Maybe you should be called Gruff. Well, don't disturb the marsh. It's where my brother and I get most of our food. Hey man, that's fair. I'm not gonna mess with your stuff. Death is never easy for those left behind. Oh, you're right. You're kind of a sad boy. That's okay. And I think that's almost all of the characters at that point. I think there's like 2 left. Maybe 3 if we include Finn in that list of characters that we're still technically supposed to meet. This is me bonking a tree and seeing if it's something I can cut down. Obviously not. I seem to have the cooking station out, so I think this is the point where I went back to the house to go try and set things up. I had to go through and edit the audio behind the video and sort of like clip out extraneous bits before I could come in and do the voiceover piece. And I've done all of the recording and editing and whatnot over a span of several days. So I'm trying to remember everything that happened. Yes, it seems I am going in and setting up the cooking station, getting our little house set up with the things that we need to keep not only ourselves taken care of, but to also try and supply that root cellar in town to make sure that everything's good. And I do like the little windows above the stove, you know, the cooking area. If I'm going to stand there, I'd like to have a nice little view outside. Sort of dumping pieces that we don't necessarily need into the inventory. Gods, I hope I clipped this. Okay, good. It didn't take me forever to do that. You can see me here sort of looking around trying to figure out, oh well, where am I going to put things, and just sort of grabbing loot off of the ground while I'm contemplating it. We did need to set up, there we go, we did need to set up the compost bin that we got. The the drying rack can be moved after those process. I suppose I could have emptied it, but I'm doing this in the this is a voiceover, friends. I can't change what I was doing in the moment. Yes, we're looking for the last 2 villagers that we need in the map. So I've got to go find those 2, and our little meet and greet quest should be completed. And I think at this point I was also admiring the map, where you can not only look at the villagers' names and see exactly where they are, but if you're looking for a specific building, you can also look for that as well. I know that when I was trying to place the compost bin, I was trying to figure out how much space I should leave around the house, because I wasn't entirely certain how much bigger the house was going to get with the house upgrade that's available to us through Rowan, who also does the the animal buildings. But while I was editing, I also noticed that if you look at the red squares around the house, I think they've already included the space that you would need to upgrade your house in that sort of bare blueprint, so that when you do set things down, you're not worried about them having to be shifted around when you do upgrade your house eventually. So this is the end of day 2. We were pulled from our beds to go to a funeral at the beginning of day 2, so maybe we'll get to sleep in a little bit. We'll see what happens. Get some sleep. Little daily newsletter. Rain. A stranger passed away in our village yesterday. Let us not forget her. Thank you, Edgar. We're doing okay on the food for now. Right now, it still only needs us to have 1 day of food saved. You know, you can see all of the things that we contributed, as well as whatever the villagers did. And, of course, morning! Good morning, Percy. Ripped from bed again. Don't mind him. Mayor Theo isn't a morning person. Anyway, we're here to talk to you about our community root cellar. Well, I'm not a morning person either. It's a lovely cave in the village that keeps naturally cool all year long. We use it to store food for emergencies and stock up food for winter. Food. I'm with the Trash Panda. We're worried about recent events affecting trade. Grimshire is a small village, and the only farmable land is this area here. Okay, well, I was already gonna grow stuff. Are you guys gonna help grow stuff? So usually we trade for most of our food, but until Finn gets back, we don't know what is happening. Oh no, what if I can't get a hold of imported cheeses? How will you go on, Mayor? He's right. We're in uncertain times right now, so we must be prepared for whatever happens. As such, we're asking that you make full use of this land to produce food. Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it. I know that is a lot to ask, so Mayor Theo and I have decided to waive your taxes. Hey, I'll take it. I was gonna do it because you guys saved me, but okay. My tax income. Oh no, your imported cheeses! No more will you have to pay tax on your land, purchases, or even sales. Oh, and don't even worry about keeping track of how much food is in the root cellar. I publish that in my daily newsletter. Yes, you do. You write a newsletter? Since when? Wow. For the last several years. Regardless, follow us to the root cellar. We'll give you a tour. I hate to break it to you, friend. We've already been dropping things off in there. Theo, we've got a busy day. He's asleep. Standing up. Impressive. Come on, let's leave without him. Yep. Let him snooze. Sleepy Trash Panda. Here it is. This is the root cellar. It may not look like much, but we can pack quite a bit of food in here. To use this place, just put any edible food you have in that chest. Then I'll organize the root cellar and record everything. If we're getting low on food, I'll post about it in my daily newsletter, so don't forget to read it. Please keep in mind that we have both herbivores and carnivores in the village. The carnivores can eat fish, meat, eggs, milk, or cheese. The herbivores can eat fruits, mushrooms, vegetables, grains, or nuts. One more thing, if you can, try to donate preserved foods. Canning, pickling, drying, smoking, anything you can do to make the food last longer. Any fresh food stored here will spoil eventually. We won't make it through a real emergency without a good stockpile of preserved food. Oh, I have a crafting recipe to give you. It's for a drying rack. Now, where was it? Here it is. You might want to craft a few drying racks and set them up on your farmland for preserving food, which is part of the plan. As for other preservation station crafting recipes, you should talk to Adeline. She lives at the manor. Bet. She's the smarty we're taking stuff to. Ooh, see? She's really smart. You could say she's the village scholar. She's patient and kind. She teaches the children Jack and Poppy. And she's so tall. Look at him blushing. He's so cute. Sorry, I'm rambling. Anyway, oh, he's got a cute little crush. That's adorable. That's it. I know you'll be a great help to the community. I'm certainly going to try. You guys saved my ass. Here are some seeds to help you get started. As for meat, you can visit Wilfred for a fishing pole. He works at the docks. Already beat you to it, bud. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot of work to do. Alright, so as he said, they've got herbivore and carnivore food categories in the root cellar. One of the things that's going to be super important going forward, to me at least, is going to be trying to get on top of getting the animals started as quickly as possible, because fishing is currently the only way for us to get things that technically fit in the carnivore category, right? We need either animals themselves so that we can get the meat and stuff from them, or at the very least animal products, right? I'll be trying to get the animal housing situation going as quickly as I can. You know, we're still only in episode 2 currently, right? We're on the third day of spring. We've still got a good bit of time before winter in this game. I do have plans. I think this bit was me sort of explaining that I intend to do sort of a large hayfield above our current garden. Because I'd like to do the animals. Yeah, I think that's what I'm talking about. I'd like to do the animals sort of above the house. And leave the rest of this land down at the bottom for all of the farming and kind of push the preserving area off to the left if I can. I'd like to keep that that garden that we're currently using as like the herb garden eventually. Yeah, I think it's important to try and remember that there are 2 different classifications, right? And then our character, we chose an omnivore, but everybody else in town, I think, is one or the other. The forage is going to be really helpful for the herbivore category, I think, going through a lot of the game. All of it is in sort of the herbivore category, right? It's all a bunch of plants, duh. But if we don't come up with a reliable and sort of sustainable source of meat or carnivore appropriate products, call it, we're gonna run into a problem. It's not going to help us if we can keep the herbivores fed, but not any of the carnivores. You gathered all the wood already? Thanks! Here, let me give you this saw. Hell yes! Use the saw to cut wood into boards. Boards are very useful for building and crafting things. Perfect. This is exactly what we needed. Speaking of building things, come talk to me if you need a barn constructed. Willow is a wonderful artist. We met after I became enamored with her art. Yeah, so we can get a coop for the chicories, which I think make honey. He's got other farm buildings as well that we can get from him. The barn for the Alfeeps, we can get wool from them. The hutch for the Bluggies, which I think we get eggs from the Bluggies. And there's some other creatures. There's like a, what's it called, a girdle that grows like mushrooms on its back. And then all of them we can get meat from if we butcher them. So the animals are going to be really helpful. We're also going to need to get our hands on as much like food preservation equipment as possible. The blueprint for the drying rack that we just got is going to come in handy once we get some of the boards made, so that we can get into our little crafting station. Oh, found Rusty. Hello, name's Rusty. I'm the owner and barkeeper of the Rusty Bucket. I like it. You look thirsty. Here, have a drink. It's made with berries that my daughter and I gathered last summer. Well, that's nice. Is it? Oh, no. It's just blackberry juice. Would have been a whole lot cooler if it was blackberry mead, my friend. But thank you for the gift. And last guy, a new person in the village. Oh my gosh, hi. He's so cute. My name is Jack. Nice to meet you. Have you met my best friend Poppy? She's the coolest. So cute. I got you a present too. It's one of the best rocks from my collection. Dope. I will happily take a rock from a child. Thank you, friend. And of course, the furniture store sells furniture. Confirmed. Alright. What am I getting up to now at this point in the video? I think... Oh, there I go. I'm gonna go drop some, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm dropping off the specimens that have not yet been donated to Adeline. I think once we finish that first 25 quests that she gave us for the first 25 specimens to be donated, I think that's when we get our next piece of food preservation equipment. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think I made it that far. And here we are collecting our reward. I heard that you introduced yourself to everyone in the village. That's great. We're happy to have you stay here with us. We got nutty cheese wedges, and we got a skill point, and completed our quest. Alright, well, it seems I went fishing for a few minutes, trying to grab as many of those strange little slimy aquatic creatures as possible, so that I can dump them in the bin for the carnivores. We keep finding a pretty decent amount of forage whenever I do run around for the herbivores, so I'm trying to stop and fish when I can. That's part of why I want to get the animals going, so that my time and energy doesn't have to be spent on nothing but running through and fishing. Stopping at every body of water that I see, you know, just to keep the carnivore number up. It'll be simpler once we get animals. And then with this saw here, we're going to be able to make boards. Boards are going to be a big part of some of the crafting recipes and stuff that we're going to be using to sort of get our farm rolling and start sort of at least trying to be productive. We'll probably make a few more compost bins. Those are just some logs. You know, it takes 10 planks to make more drying racks. We're going to need quite a few more of those. You know, we're going to have to make some of that kibble from the hay to deal with the animals and stuff. We're going to have to get our hay field started soon. I did go through, as you can see, and used up the rest of the afternoon in the game, and, you know, the energy that we didn't have to spend watering, since it was raining in the morning part of this episode. You know, we went through and cleared some stuff out to start getting ready for, you know, any food trees that we find. I remembered that I had a skill point that I needed to spend, and since we're currently clearing a lot of land and we're trying to plant as many things as possible for food, I figured that seed finder skill, which will make some seeds pop up from the weeds that we're picking, would be pretty useful for now. There are a lot of really cool skills in there. We'll be getting the ones that I think make our lives easier and more efficient as we get the skill points for them. So I went through and used up the very last little bit of the energy that I had for the day. And it was kind of perfect at the time when I was recording the episode, because I was like, oh man, yeah, my timer is going to be going off in just a little while. I'm kind of coming up on the end of the time I had allotted myself to record an episode anyway. You know, and it was all very nice. I thought it was going to be perfect. Spoiler, it wasn't. I decided I was going to run over here. I think I'm going to drop things into the root cellar at the end of the day. Yes. I'm going to drop things into the box. Probably should have kept some of the ones that still had the dot on them so we could turn them in. Whoops! Nope, I want the cheese. Probably should have kept some of the ones with the little indicators on them so that I could take them to Adeline, but I wanted to make sure we were trying to put an even amount of both carnivore and herbivore food in there as much as possible. I want to try to keep it even. And that pretty much brings us to the end of the 3rd of spring in this game. We didn't get a ton of work done on our land, but we did complete the meet and greet quest. And, you know, we got our saw, so that's going to be good. Okay. Gonna lay down, get some sleep, planning to end the episode. An important village meeting will be held this morning in front of the mayor's residence. Of course, for the 3rd day in a row, we are being ripped from our beds and not given the option to sleep in. Which, coming from a raccoon mayor, is pretty damn rude. Okay? Pretty damn rude. I am also a creature of the night, sir. Oh, Dudley. Good morning. I hope you settled in well. It must have been a hectic couple of days. Yeah, well, you guys keep making me get up early. Oh, right. Mayor Theo was holding a village meeting. He wants everyone to attend, so I came to get you. Well, let's go. We wouldn't want to miss it. Damn, dude. Y'all don't believe in sleeping in. It's crazy. Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming. You didn't give us a choice. Now, are we safe? I'm worried. Yes, Have you heard back from Finn yet? No. What are we gonna do? Something bad is happening out there. Everyone, calm down. Let me talk. Yeah, you tell him, Grumpus. Yes, we are safe. No, Finn has not come back yet. But Percy and I have been talking, and we've come up with some ideas on how to prepare for the worst. As a start, we talked to the farmer yesterday about using her land to produce food and keep the root cellar stocked with food. Yeah, they did. We also spoke with Hazel and Rose, and they have come up with some ideas on how we could be better prepared. Please hear them out. Thank you, Mayor Theo. One thing you should know is that even with 2 herbalists, it still takes us a lot of time to gather supplies and prepare medicine. Hazel and I have been working on ways to make gathering medicinal ingredients easier. We've come up with 2 ideas, but we'll need the village's help to bring them to life. My idea is to build an herb garden. With it, we can grow a steady supply of herbs, making it easier to prepare food and medicine. And mine is a mushroom hut. It will let us cultivate mushrooms, ensuring we always have enough for both meals and remedies. I was trying to decide between the two of these on the fly in the moment. Thank you, Hazel and Rose. Since we need everyone in the village to help with these projects, we will vote on which one should be built. If you support Hazel's idea, stand to the left, Rose's idea on the right. As I said, I went back and forth. What ultimately made my decision is that Rose's mushroom hut would also provide food. The herbs I can grow myself, but the mushrooms I can only find from forage, so I opted for the mushrooms. To have a supply of them coming into the root cellar over time is going to be, I think, better. Let's see. Gotta count. I'm probably the tiebreaker. The project with the most votes is Rose's mushroom hut. Of course. Thank you, everyone. We'll set up a donation box by Hazel's house. Please contribute what you can. I'll help with the digging. I want to help with the plants or the mushrooms. I'll start cutting down some trees for lumber. Oh, look at all these helpful folks. I have a bunch of old stones that can be used as building materials. Thank you, everyone. All right, let's get started. Remember to place donations in the box by Hazel's house. Once all the materials have been gathered, we'll start building. Well, that will be what we start working on in the next episode. We'll start seeing what we can come up with to go contribute into the box that I'm sure will appear next to Hazel's house. I think with that, folks, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. In the next episode, we will continue from here, and we'll see about getting the animals rolling and getting the actual farm situation organized so that we can move forward. All right, well, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!